The Asha that was true 3,000 years ago is not the Asha that's true for us today. All right? And what's really important to understand is that Asha is constantly becoming. So you have to constantly work towards it. There's no end point to Asha. All right? And Asha is going to be different for everyone. But if everyone's moving towards Asha, then the world becomes a more virtuous, a better place, and a more just place. Okay? So, any questions, guys? All right. So, last class, I gave a lecture on the Bible. And I made a mistake in my lecture. So, in my discussion about the story of the patriarchs, between the love story of Rachel and Jacob, I said that Jacob had to work 7 years for Rachel after his marriage to Leah. But as this Substack subscriber, Cole, tells me, actually, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that Laban, the father, gave Rachel to Jacob right away. But then he had to work 7 years to pay off that debt. Okay, so thank you to Cole for correcting the error. In fact, I probably made a lot of small errors in my talk last class. And I obviously make a lot of mistakes every class, okay? So I apologize for that. But the thing about this class, and it's really important for us to remember, is that this is a class not about answers, it's about questions, okay? So what makes this class interesting and special is that we're always asking the hard questions. What does it mean to be human? Where do we come from? Why are we here? Where are we going? Okay? We're always asking these questions because these are questions that actually matter for us. Okay? That's the first thing. Second thing is that I'm constantly in the process of becoming. I'm constantly trying to discover the answers. And so for me, this is a journey. So for example, Zoroastrianism is a revelation to me. Before, I didn't know about Zoroastrianism. And I made a lot of mistakes. So for example, I said that Christianity was the first monotheistic religion last semester. And now I recognize that's wrong. It's actually Zoroastrianism, okay? So I'm constantly in the process of discovery, of becoming. And what's really important is that we continue to speculate. We continue to explore together. All right? And if you don't like what I say this class, or you don't like my opinion, just wait a year or two and I'll probably change my opinion. Okay? Because that's what true knowledge is about. If you really want to pursue knowledge, you must be willing to, as Nietzsche, as Zoroastrian says, you constantly need to destroy yourself, to burn yourself into ashes so that you may build yourself anew. Okay? And that's what the process of real education should be about. Okay? So in this class, I'm not here to give you easy answers. I'm not here to give you facts that you must memorize. I'm here to ask you questions that help you better understand yourself and better understand the world around you. To help, this class is about conversation, dialogue, and debate. Okay? All right? So, any questions, guys? Yeah. Sorry. Let me give you the mic.
So as to say, the Asha is different for different individuals. So I was thinking about an example is so Hitler as a racist, he not only himself but he also making some like a lot of people to hate Jews, and let's assume that he think Jews are evil in his heart and trying to destroy them. So if he think that this is real justice, does this still count for Asha?
Okay, look, it's a very sensitive topic, Hitler and the Holocaust. I don't want to spend too much time on it, okay? But if you truly understand Asha, if you truly understand Zoroastrianism, what it would say is that our master is complete forgiveness, compassion, and love. Okay? So whatever we do in this world will be forgiven in the end. I understand this is hard for a lot of people to accept. I know that we grew up knowing that there must be evil in this world because of the Holocaust, and there must be Satan and all that. But if you really want to discover Asha, you have to let go of these ideas and understand that in the end, all will be forgiven, okay? I'm sure that there are people you hate in this world and you think that they must burn in hell because of all the evil they've done in this world. But if we want to appreciate Asha, if we really want to discover the truth, okay, we need to let go of this hatred. We need to let go of this judgment, okay? The very point of Asha is don't worry about other people, just worry about yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yourself, okay? And so how do you know you're moving towards Asha? Because you can feel it, all right? The problem is what keeps us from Asha are two things, our ego and our fear. We want to be liked by everyone, our ego, okay? And our fear of rejection, people, of saying something that offends other people, of being politically correct, okay? Like I know that in my class, I offend a lot of people. And I get shouted at all the time on YouTube, and I know that, okay? But if I want to achieve Asha, I need to take this risk, okay? Because at the end of the day, what matters is my own individual pursuit of the truth. What others think of me does not matter, okay? So the problem in our society is we're brainwashed into thinking that the opinions of others matter, okay? What your teacher says about you matters. Because the teacher recommendation will decide whether or not you get into a good university. How much money you make matters because that will give you status in society, okay? And what Zoroastrian, what Nietzsche, what Rumi, what Plato, they're all saying is this: it doesn't matter, man. What matters, if you want true happiness, if you want true enlightenment, if you want Asha, you have to embark on a personal journey that requires solitude, that requires rejecting everything that you know in the past so that you can rebuild yourself. Once you make that decision, Asha will come to you naturally, okay? But first and foremost, what you need to do is let go of these prejudices, let go of these ideas that have been put into you, okay? I know, yes, I know I will get shouted out. I know get cursed online for saying, Hitler will be forgiven. But Hitler will be forgiven because everyone will be forgiven, okay? Everyone will be forgiven. Okay? There is no hell. I'm sorry to say this, okay? I'm sorry to say, but there is no hell. Hell is what we create in our hearts. Okay? Everyone will be forgiven. All right? But thank you for the question. Any more questions? Okay.
My question would be, I know that Asha for everyone will have different, but will it change in a different period, like when I was being as a child or when I grow up? Would that change?
Okay, so I'm not a Zoroastrian priest, and I don't want to insult the religion, okay? Because what they will tell you is that at the end of the day, Asha is virtue, and God is virtue, okay? So when you do Asha, you're moving towards God, which is perfection, okay? But I think that what Nietzsche would say, and maybe Zoroastrian, but I think Nietzsche would definitely say this, is that God is creativity, okay? So what you really want to do is when you move towards Asha is to constantly reinvent yourself, to discover new ideas about yourself. And this is a never-ending process, okay? There's no finale to it. If there's no finale to it, that means that each of us will live our own individual lives that's different from others, okay? And so what this means is that Asha will become different for each of us. But what's important is, and Rumi would say this, everyone would say this, is follow your heart, okay? Ignore what others think. Dissipate your fears, okay? Kill your fears and just believe in yourself, follow your heart, and Asha will come naturally to you, okay? And when that happens also, God will come naturally to you. And you'll discover new truths, new powers, new understandings that will bring you greater happiness in life, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, great. Any more questions, guys? All right.
Me and that will never.
Yeah?
So does that mean we'll never be like not physically but like with Asha, but like we're always trying to get closer with them?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so again, there's no end point, okay? There's no destination here, okay? It's becoming, okay? It's a constant process of becoming. And it's not possible to seek Asha in one lifetime, right? That's why we are reincarnated, because we come back and we do it over again and we move closer towards Asha each time. But there can never be an end point, okay? Because let's just say you reach that end point. Guess what? Everyone else hasn't. So you have a duty now to help other people, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. So if you move closer to Asha, you also want to move others closer to Asha. So it's a constant struggle. But that's what gives meaning and purpose to the universe. The fact that we're all striving to be better, okay? Virtue, truth, Asha, these are all we strive for, okay? There can be no perfection. There can just be only a process of becoming, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so look, I mean, I know people want simple answers. I know that, there'll be a final judgment, we're going to go to heaven, and we'll live happily ever after, okay? That's not what the truth is. The truth is that the universe is a constant process of becoming, of struggle, of pain, of tragedy. But from that, we can build hope and virtue and good, okay? All right, so thank you. So what I've done is I've gone over into the three major civilizations, okay? The Greeks, the Israelites, and the Persians that have come after the collapse of the Bronze Age, okay? What I'm going to do next week is I'm going to show you how these three civilizations interact with each other, okay? We're going to go into the history of these civilizations, okay? All right, so I'll see you guys next week.